is.
Let's go. You got the Mark IV core, the fan favorite armor coming from the Halo Wars series. It just looks so good. I'll zoom in a little bit here. We get an even closer look. I decked him out, so it looks kind of like Jerome. You know, you've got that Spartan effect on the shoulder there, kind of mimicking his emblem on the shoulder.
Love it.
As well as the chest piece there. But phenomenal looking Spartan. The team did great work on making this Mark IV come together, come to life, and just probably be one of our best just base cores in the game, if not the best.
So clean.
I love it so
good.
much.
Yeah, and let's, I want to reiterate here, this is a full armor core, as you're seeing here in the armor hall. So also it's free for folks that maybe haven't played Infinite in quite a while. All the armor cores in the game are available for free, and when you log in on January 30th, after the update goes out, you'll just suddenly have the Mark IV waiting for you in the armor hall. So really excited to get this into everybody's hands. And of course, as we've expanded our customization story over the last 6 to 9 months, there's a lot of cool ways you can adorn your Mark IV to make it your own, right?
Yeah. But like the Mark IV, you mentioned it's a core, right? That means you can totally customize it, right? We had the kits come out end of last year with the Hero kit, and people were like, can we customize stuff even more? Luckily, the Mark IV is one of those cores that you can do top to bottom. But we do have some cool helmets, right?
Yeah, right. So pretty excited. This will be, we have... Well, let me frame this for a second. As many of you probably know, we're only a few weeks away from the debut of Halo the Series on Paramount Plus. Season 2 will kick off. And to help commemorate that and sort of share in the excitement, the team has created 3 helmets that are sort of an homage to 3 of the helmets in the series. And we are excited that these are going to be offered as free Ultimate Rewards during the first part, I believe the first couple weeks here after the update comes out. So, John, why don't you let us know what we're looking at here?
Yeah, we've got Kai 125 with her visor right here on top of a Mark VII core. We've got cross-core helmets now, so you can apply these to any core, but Kai's just looks amazing. And we also have visor colors that correspond to the visors that they're wearing in the show. You've got Riz here, which I thought the red visor kind of matched nicely with a Watchdog Neo coating.
Nice flex on your Watchdog coating.
Yeah, I had to show it off. I put the time and effort in. I get to show it off. But
sure, we'll grant it to ourselves after the show.
But yeah, Riz looks absolutely awesome with that Watchdog Neo, and then you have Vanek coming up here. I put him on a Yoroi because that EOD kind of just oozes like a bigger, bulkier, kind of look, especially if you're trying to dispose of some ordnance.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
Really
and these are honestly, I think, probably the coolest Ultimate Rewards that we've had in the game.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of helmet chatter out there, so I'm just excited. Like, these helmets aren't coming off either, guys. These helmets are staying on. So that part we can rest assured. John, you mentioned cross-core helmets. That was a new addition that I believe that was part of our Season 5 update, right? We've been on this sort of journey to basically give players more flexibility and more control, and based on player feedback, people just want to be able to mix and match across the different cores, right?
Yeah.
So we started with coatings. We have a ton of coatings in the game. Going forward and retroactively, we started that work with Season 4, continued to Season 5, so now we have a huge variety of coatings that you can apply to any core. Now we have the helmets that you mentioned, but we're not done.
We're not done.
And I think I've noticed something here, that some of these models that you set up don't quite look the way that I remember them. So what's next for cross-core, John?
Yep. So any eagle-eyed people have noticed you've got cross-core shoulders coming. The multi-use shoulders right now are loaded up on this Yoroi core. You see the Mark VII right here. And then you also have a SPI Mirage shoulder on this side. And I've loaded up a bunch of these Spartans. This one had the Rakshasa. I love that Elite shoulder kind of on the side there. That comes from Rakshasa. Yeah.
Well, you were saying earlier too, like you always got to go asymmetrical, right?
And
always
always go asim on the shoulders. It's just the way you do it.
It's your
well, are you more of you're a symmetry guy? You like your shoulders to kind of match?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna explore this.
Okay. Well, now you can branch out. There's no constraints here.
Once they gave you the option, right, back in Reach, it was just like, I'm doing it, Or Halo 3, sorry. You're just like, I'm mixing, I'm matching, and I'm making it go crazy. So you can see here, we've got the Eagle Strike core. I added a Reach shoulder. And
that is a chunky boy.
I made him big. Yeah, and then the dragon here. This one I think is from the Yoroi core.
That's
and
so
we
good.
just were able to apply a bunch of different things across all the Spartans. And it just looks so good. Rakshasa core with a Mark 7 shoulder here and a Mark 5 shoulder there. And we've got a nice little comp here that's got tons of combinations. And you're seeing the same set apply to different cores. And it's really cool that now we've unlocked this ability, right? You mentioned coatings, helmets, we've done visors, we're doing shoulders. We've really just continued to unlock the potential, and I think the customization in Infinite just continues to get better.
Yeah, I want to stress.
So
I want to stress too, again, for maybe players that haven't experienced what we did for the helmets or the coatings. On January 30th, when the update lands, this will just automatically happen. So all the helmets that are already in your inventory will suddenly just have multi-core functionality, and they'll just work, much the way we did for coatings and helmets prior. So super excited, looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure some folks on the team crunched the numbers, and there's like billions of possible combinations now of how you could really make your Spartan your own. So
that does not.
I mean,
that does not surprise me.
It doesn't. I can't wait to see the new levels of creativity that the community brings to bear as they make their Spartans their own. So that's one piece of what's coming January 30th. Super excited. We really appreciate the passion that we've heard. We know we've been on this journey together, hearing your feedback and trying to do a better job of improving that story, customization, and I want to give a shout out to the team because it's been kind of a going forward. And for MCC players, it's probably going to sound very familiar too. The gist of it is that we're kind of no longer referring to seasons. We're shifting away from seasons. So semantically, for what it's worth, our January 30th update will henceforth be known as CU29. It just kind of rolls right off the tongue, right? It has a lot more marketing weight to it. But no, in all seriousness, it is kind of the precedent we've established with MCC.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a different shift in approach here, as we mentioned at the top of the map, and take it away.
Yeah, so the brand new map is called Illusion. It's an arena map, symmetrical, and it's got some cool bits and bobs throughout. Right now I'm kind of showing I'm in my starting spawn base. You see the sniper perch way up there, and you can look across at their sniper. Really cool center lane combat, but one thing that I love about this map is that you're kind of in this Oni research facility, and you've got the power-ups kind of being studied. I think this is the original Halo 1 camouflage that you can see on one end, and then we'll get to the other side. It just looks so cool when you kind of look at the storytelling elements of the map.
I'm a big fan of those storytelling vignettes and maps, and a big shout out. Honestly, a lot of the forgers in the community have done some great work on that front. Some very creative execution. By the way, this is crazy too. Just a clean sightline, base to base right here. Little sniper hallway warfare.
Sniper play on this map is really fantastic.
Yeah, and you see it's kind of got lanes, that center lane and the side lanes over here. Lots of verticality, which might remind players of some CE. But a cool thing is, if you're on the left side, you're like, oh, my teammate's getting damaged on the right side. You can jump on over, catch the cannon, and then you land over here, and you can swap sides. And it's symmetrical, right? So you go both ways on this cannon, so one side to the other. And I just love how massive everything looks in here.
Yeah.
Really cool. And anyone who is paying attention closely noticed I've got the CE kind of assault rifle there that I'm running around with love this. This is part of the Spirit of Fire operation. If you go with the premium option, you can get this CE assault rifle, and it just looks stellar. But I'm going to run around to this other side here real quick, and then we can take a look at that center hallway, which is my favorite part of the map, and probably everyone's favorite part of the map.
It looks very.
We'll go there in a second.
It looks very enticing, but also like maybe there's more to it than it appears at first glance.
Yeah.
It's definitely dangerous.
So we saw the overshield spot just back there, kind of sparking up and exploding. But the camo side looks pretty normal. You can see active camo emitting, but the overshield's got an error. What's the active camo emitting? Yeah. So you go in the center hallway, and you're camouflaged. Any combat in here, all the players are camouflaged. If you run around and jump and shoot, your camo will be revealed. But you can run in here. You can maybe go for a flag run down the center, try and get camoed. But everyone's going to expect that play. So you got to make sure you're doing really smart, calculated plays when you're going through the center here.
Oh, it's a melee camper's paradise.
Yeah.
All these corners are making me nervous.
Yeah. And it's got these side little areas which are funnel into the center, which are really cool too.
You know, Shore, I think you were saying the other day, just even from playtesting, I mean, I don't know that we've ever had something like this in a Halo map ever.
For sure in Infinite, I haven't seen any spaces that use game mechanics this way or equipment this way. Yeah, and I was saying, like, I was initially I was dubious of whether or not we were going to be able to pull this off, right? I think it's kind of a big thing to do, to let people have camo in a hallway like that, right? But the team just knocked it out of the park. The gameplay on this map is fantastic. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's fun to go in there and try and get the upper hand on the other team, only to maybe get meleeed on the corner from by Sketch.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, I'm scared of this hallway, but I also could totally see myself just kind of crouching and chilling and waiting for my moment to strike. But
and I think in general, like, big props to Cliff Schultz. He was the level designer on this one. I really love the movement in this map. It's super fluid. It's fun for movement. Like you saw the kinetic launchers, right? It's just fun to be always moving, always cruising through the air. A lot of snipes in the air I've seen in playtests.
I've wanted to go through here and hit a snipe on someone as I'm flying through. One day, I'll go for it. Someone will go for it.
Mint Blitz will beat you to it.
Yeah.
Someone will do that.
That looks like that shot. That moment was made for Mint Blitz. I'm excited. I think we're going to see a really interesting mix of some cool strategies, but also a fair amount of just shenanigans, because there's an unpredictability aspect that I think we'll see in that hallway. So we'll have more to sort of say and show about this map on Halo Waypoint in the coming, I think, sometime next week. Stay tuned. We'll have a blog on that. So I don't want to go too deep here, since we do have more to come on this map. But of course, we have Michael Shore here, the Forge Lords.